Hi, everybody. So I wanted to share with you a homepage that I came across in the wild that I'm really excited about because it's about a very sort of esoteric subject. The service that this woman provides is one of those that's really hard to explain to people. And that is my specialty, is taking those really esoteric, difficult to explain services and making it really clear why your ideal client would want that. And I took a look at her website and she did such a great job. I wanted to share with you how it's working and how you can do the same if you also have something that's a little difficult to explain. So I'm going to share my screen. And this is Aleyah Swan, Already Sacred. So such a gorgeous, I love everything about her branding. And it took me like a minute to just get past how beautiful this website is. I'm such a sucker for hand-drawn art and just like this really sort of handmade feel. So her colors, her style, it's really warm and inviting and creative and artistic. And all of these things are filtering into how I am reading her brand. So before we even get into the words, I wanted to address the visuals because they're so striking. Something to be aware of when you're building your brand. What is the emotional feel you want people to get before they even read a word? And what colors are going to support that? What art is going to support that? And she's chosen exactly right. So when we get into the actual words, I want you to notice what's happening above the fold. And that's before we even scroll down, that's what above the fold means. It's this top part, the header section. So first of all, we've got a beautiful picture of her. This is really important. This is really important. Whether or not you think that you look great on photographs or terrible, don't care. I'm so truth bomb time. I don't care how you feel about how you look. Because I'll let you in on the secret. I am so insecure about my hair. I did it special for this, but I have a Zoom wig in my closet because I hate doing my hair. I'm really insecure about my hair. All of the coaches online have amazing goddess hair, and I get really worked up about it. So I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't like how I look on photographs 99% of the time. And the biggest thing is to get over that and do it anyways. So I'm sure Aleyah doesn't have any of those insecurities. I'm sure she knows just how beautiful and fabulous she is. Does anybody? But the point is, we see her big, smiling, beautiful on the screen. The first thing that we see, it's very welcoming, it's very inviting, and this is really important. I can't tell you how many fights I get in. I don't get into fights, but how many mental arguments I get into with my clients when they do not want to do this step. But you cannot not. It's such a big trust indicator. It's like if you're welcoming somebody into your home and you have a bag over your head. That would be weird. You open the door. Hi, how are you? I've got a bag over my head because I don't want you to see me. That would be odd. So that's what it's like when you don't have a picture of yourself smiling, looking welcoming on your website homepage. Okay, off of my soapbox. Let's look at the words. Okay, so we've got intuitive, like what are we doing here? That's the big question that a homepage needs to answer. And she does this really well. What are we doing here? Intuitive angel readings. Cool. Why are we here? Why are we doing that? To help you get clarity when things feel stuck or unclear, freedom from old energetic ties and cycles, and to deepen your own sacred connection. So what it is and why you want it is her entire header section. That is a really good move. That is getting you to the clarity that you need to know if this is for you. Now, I'm still a little fuzzy about what this means. Is this the thing that I need for my particular problem? So let's scroll down the page. She's got this point of view section that I think is really beautiful. The sacred is always here to guide you. Sometimes it's hard to hear our own inner voice, and we need a little support clearing away what's no longer needed to make room for what is. So, this is not quite answering the question that I have in my mind yet, but it is giving me some important information. Um, it's almost acting as a this is for you if you're struggling to hear your own inner voice. This is for you if you need some support in clearing the mental chatter and the clutter to really get down to the answers that you need. So I like it. I also like that she's not taking up this real estate with something that I'm not ready for, like a freebie, like an offer, like a give me your email address right this second for this awesome thing. I'm not ready to commit to that yet because we don't know each other well enough. That's a mistake I see so many times on so many websites, is that they're asking for something from the reader too soon. This real estate is very important. This top of the page, yeah, we want to fill that up with answers to the questions going on in their heads, not with requests. Okay, so then we get down to this. This is my favorite section, and not just because of this beautiful owl, but also that. Okay, so what are we really doing here? What are we really talking about? Especially when you have an esoteric thing that you do that's hard to explain. This is a wonderful section to include. It makes things so clear. So what are we doing? Sessions with me can include clearing energy from your past so you're free to move on. I want to just highlight this. You're going to see this again. Deepening your connection with angels, guides, and loved ones. Wait for it. So that you can feel their wisdom and hugs. Oh, from the other side, it's so cozy. Also, so that getting clarity on looming decisions so that, oh my gosh, there it is again, you can move forward with confidence. So my favorite phrase in the world for copy is so you can. So that is a variation that I still love. So you can. Why I want this in almost every bullet point list, especially one like this, is here's the thing that we're gonna do so you can get the outcome you're actually looking for. It's a beautiful way to separate the features, what we're doing, from the benefits, what they really want. So this is something I want everybody to take away. And this is going to be on your homepage copy. It's going to be on your sales page copy. Really, any place you have a bullet point list of things that they're going to be doing, you want to have a so you can and tell them why they're doing it. Like, what is this actually going to get them that they really want? Connecting with healing and clearing ancestral energy patterns. Their stuff doesn't have to be your stuff. That is sort of an implied so you can, and I'll take it. Clearing energy around your business so that, there it is again, you can find your people and share your gifts. Development of your own spiritual gifts so that you feel connected, clear, and maybe even a little magical. Well, I think that this homepage is pretty magical because it is taking all of these airy, fairy, difficult to nail down ideas and bringing them down to earth in ways I can understand. That's magic. Okay, so if you're still not clear, if you are the right person for this, if your issues are the right issues for what we do here, let me clarify it one more time. I like this. I also think it's just beautifully designed. If you're going through a big life transition or there's something that's keeping you from moving forward, it might be time for an energetic intervention. Yes! Like it's such a big, this is for you if signpost. I mean, it might as well be in neon lights. And then she's got this point of view piece, which is, why are we doing it this way? There are so many ways to do this. Why are we doing it this way? Through connecting you with your own unique divine support system, you get the lightness, clarity, and energy to move forward. Now she could wax philosophical about why she does this particular modality to help people get these results all day. Like she could just devote her entire blog to it if she wanted to. Um, but this is very succinct and very to the point and very appropriate for the homepage. Now that we're ready for it, I am totally ready for this. I would love to get her daily sacred invocations. That sounds delightful. I will put my name and email in there because by now I'm warmed up. I'm ready to take this relationship a step further because she's laid that groundwork all above here. And look at this. It's not actually a ton of words, but it's all the right ones. It's all the ones that I need to be very clear. And then she's got these beautiful testimonials, which are pretty chunky. I would maybe find a way to highlight the, actually, I love this. This line, she's helped me achieve extremely meaningful and tangible things, such as finding the right people to hire, smoothing over relationships. I would highlight this because this is amazing. This is a well-chosen testimonial because it speaks to the outcome. It's also a little bit lengthy, so, and I don't hate lengthy testimonials, but I would maybe bold this to draw attention to the really important parts, the parts that speak to those end benefits. What I would cut to make this slightly shorter is this part. Actually, this part. So anything that says, oh, she's so nice to work with, she has an incredible gift, I'm so grateful for the help, thank you so much, don't care. As a prospect, that's not the information I need to make a decision to move forward. Yeah, it has absolutely zero value on how I'm making my decisions. So that's why strategically, even though that's very nice, and as a service provider, it warms my heart to get messages like that. That's not what I would include on a testimonial on a page because every word is precious, every space needs to carry its weight, and things like that don't. However, I leave every session feeling refreshed, renewed, validated, understood, and unstoppable. That is a really good outcome to highlight. And then she's got the introduction section, which is interesting because usually I see this much higher on the page, but she actually puts it down towards the middly bottom. It totally works. There's so much, as long as you have all the pieces, there's so many ways you can move them around. The important thing is you've got them somewhere. But here's where she introduces herself. This is a very important part of the homepage. You cannot skip it, but you can clearly move it around. Okay, what if the divine can be more like a beloved friend who comes over in sweatpants, brings you cookies, always knows just what to say, and doesn't care if you're perfect? That's delightful. Okay, so what I want you to notice, this is not her biography. It's not her LinkedIn profile. It's not her resume. It is very much what she wants you to feel from working with her. That's brilliant. That is exactly the kind of thing we want on our homepage. She can go more into her story and her point of view on her about page, but on the homepage, we want to keep it relatively short. So we really have to choose what is the most important things to say about ourselves and what we do. So the most important thing is how you're going to feel working with her. And she paints a picture instead of saying, you're going to feel like this. No, this is painting a picture of what it feels like. And then she goes into a bit of her credibility. She's got 25 years of practicing energetic healing. And why you want it help you integrate your sacred superpowers into your everyday life. That could have been a tagline. That could have gone way up at the top in her header section. It's such a good phrase. And then what is it like in the sessions? In your sessions, I try to keep the spiritual stuff accessible, practical, grounded. Nothing is off limits, even the shadowy stuff. So she's really preparing your expectations. I like that. It makes me feel very supported and cozy and comfortable and safe. Um, yeah. And then that's what we're doing here. And just this lovely little warm, cozy sign off. It just emotionally, this page is so on point for what I want the experience to be. I love how cohesive it is with the branding, the colors, the images, the words. It's all working together to create a really cozy space. Okay, are you ready to finally feel grounded, clear, and aligned? Yes, I am. Tell me how. And then she tells you exactly how to do it. What is the first step? Probably a single session. What is the next step? You want to sign up for a package. It's very simple, very clear. And then there's one more call to action if you want to get on her newsletter list. Um, yeah, and then she ends it with one final testimonial, which look how she's sprinkling the testimonials through the page. That is the way to do it. You don't want to clump them all on like a testimonials page or clump them all in the same slider spot. You really do want to sprinkle them to support your calls to action. So that is my final thought on this. It's such a fantastic homepage for so many reasons, but the biggest reason is the clarity. It's very clear who this is for, what it helps them do, what the experience is going to feel like. So if you've got a tricky kind of modality, something that's a little off the beaten path, something that requires explanation, these are techniques you can lean into to make it very clear to your ideal clients that they really want to work with you. So I hope this helps, and I hope that Aleyah Swan's beautiful homepage can serve as an inspiration for your business.